The world belongs to the opportunity makers rather than the opportunity seekers. And in today's age, we are in need of such individuals who support the cause of vocal for local, spearheading the concept by creating opportunities for the community. Our team has successfully identified one such individual who left her 9 to 5 high paying job and engaged herself into entrepreneurship, eventually contributing to the soil and society, meanwhile setting an example of women empowerment and empowerment of the society.
Hello and welcome to our documentary. I, Priyadevi Brahma, and the team present to you a very interesting story today. As you know, youth today are very much concerned and worried about their career prospects. On such note, we have got such a personality who left her 9 to 5 jobs and took a field of work which is very challenging, and she is none other than our Mrs. Rahel Basumatary, a proprietor of Assam Forest Food Farm and Nursery. So I welcome her on our documentary. And let's dive into her journey. Hello, ma'am. I welcome you to our documentary, and thank you so much for agreeing to be with us.
Thank you.
It's an honor to be here with you.
It's
a
my
first
pleasure
interview.
to have you.
So first off, I'll start with a question of as a proprietor of Assam Food Forest Farm and Nursery. Before you started this, what were you doing as a profession?
Before this, I used to be a teacher. I worked in Don Bosco Higher Secondary School, Kokrajhar. Before that, I also worked in Don Bosco College, Tura, and for a year. And then I also worked in Brahma Baba Techno School here in Kokrajhar. But time and situation demanded to take a break. So I took a break in 2020 and I started this farm. Before I started with my farm, I just had the intention of making a orchard, and slowly I got interest in nursery also. So now I'm doing this.
So it was because you wanted, or you thought of making orchids and all.
I was very much interested in gardening since before, because my parents also were very keenly interested in gardening. They used to do, and slowly this interest grew up, but I could not give it time to it. So I thought I should make a change, and I should start whatever my dreams and aspirations were. I should follow them also. So when I got the time and situation, I started this. There are always challenges in whatever you do. So when you want to start anything new, there are always challenges at the beginning, and there is a there is a fear also. Like, you have a good profession, you have qualification, and you have been doing a thing for a long time. I was working as a biology teacher for a long time. I used to love teaching children, and children used to love me a lot. So it was difficult to leave the school, but I wanted to pursue my dreams also. So I took this decision, and I thought whatever challenge and limitations comes, I'll just conquer them. I'll be prepared to conquer them. So there were many obligations from a family side also, from friends side also, and in our society also, like what she is doing. She left her job, and now she is doing farming and all. People laughed at me also, but still I knew what I'm doing, right? So now they are admiring what I do.
So, ma'am, what made you leave your 9 to 5 jobs and start this, and since when?
So I was very happy for what I was doing. I used to like teaching children, and children used to inspire me a lot, their lively faces and all. But teaching jobs are becoming very demanding nowadays, and I had twins. And on other year, I got a baby girl also. So at the time, I got these 3 kids in 2 years. So they kept me very busy. So I took a back seat. I decided to take a back seat and leave the job for a while. And then when they started to go to school, when my daughter was 3 years old, I joined back in a school in Brahma Baba. And then after 2 years, again lockdown came up. And when lockdown came up, I had to stay with my own children also, and then I used to take online classes also for my students. I could not balance those two together, and my children were suffering a lot because they were toddlers, no, they are also children, so they need that time and attention at that time. So when the online classes started, I started to take decision that I should now skip this job and I should do something else. And this gardening and passion for the gardening was from before, but I could not give time again for the children, for kids. So for 5 years I didn't do gardening. I was just doing kitchen gardening. I used to love gardening. That made me feel so good. Whenever I was tense, stressed, they were like my stress boosters. So gardening kept me alive and stress free. So I decided to do it in a big scale. So this started.
Okay, so ma'am, why specifically this field? Because as a hobby, you can carry on gardening and all, but when you take it up as a profession and your livelihood, it's like society is gonna mock and
Yes, it's a big risk, and people will laugh at you because you have a good job, you have good qualification, and when you take up farming, people think that farmers are still like those poor farmers. They don't have their earnings, they don't get proper earnings and all, so they are insecure about the money that you can generate from farming. But using the new technologies and all, being a new farmer, being a progressive farmer, you can learn new technologies, and even an illiterate farmer can, by these new technologies, he can earn proper wages, money.
So when did this nursery start?
So I started this nursery in 2021.
And are all the products in this nursery produced organic?
Yes, all are organic only, but only thing that we use inorganic is the fungicide, because fungus is main problem, especially in these indoor plants and all, and in dragon fruit plants. So we need to put fungicide sometimes, so that is inorganic. But other stuff, manure and all, everything is organic.
So ma'am, what all are the varieties in your farm?
There are lots of varieties of plants here because I wanted to have all the kinds of fruit plants, especially which are not found generally in our northeast also. So I have lots of plants. I have about more than 100 varieties of plants, including like exotic ones. I would like to tell you that like rambutan, kiwi, avocado. These things are not common yet here. So these things are there, and apple plants are there. They are not Jammu Kashmir apple, they are hot climate apple plants, and even they bore fruits also. So I'm very happy that I have collected these things. They are very precious to me. So, and guava, dragon fruit, and there are in each group of plants there are many other varieties. Like guava, I have about 10 varieties, and then avocados I have 3 varieties, rambutan I have 2 varieties. Like this, there are again sub varieties of each plant.
Okay. So ma'am, are there only fruits or there are other medicinal plants and all also included?
We have fruit plants, we had herbs, medicinal plants, and we have vegetables. So it goes all hand in hand.
So how large is the area, like the how many acres?
So I have about an acre, 1 acre.
And how does it benefit the locality?
I think the local people are getting inspired because they have land. They are selling the land and doing something else, or they are going to Bangalore to work as a labor and all. Now they are seeing that within 2 years, this barren land has become something so fruitful, and they are so much curious how she did it in 2 years, because nothing was there. This was a forest land. I mean, it was just only the weeds were there, and then trees were there. These 2 trees were from before. Other trees, whatever you see in front, they are all grown by us. So people are getting inspired, and even they are starting to do the plantation. And also there is a school nearby. The students are getting fruits to buy, and then even people are getting employment also. Some are coming as a labor to work also.
So, ma'am, as you were previously working as a teacher, and you started this quite later on.
Yes.
So, how did you manage this?
Uh, Look, Priya, I wasn't a horticulturist, or I didn't study agriculture. But I am MSc in biology, MSc in zoology. So I had a keen interest in plant science, and whatever this entomology is also related to, like pest control, everything is entomology. So I was interested, but I'm not a professional agriculturist. So I had many challenges to face here. So I learned a lot by my failures, my wrong experiences. I learned a lot, and also my friends, those who are doing this horticulture, I came in contact with them. I learned with them, and then I also visited many farmers here in Assam and in Delhi, Haryana, and Rajasthan. I visited many farmers, they're big farmers, and those who are already in this field for a long time, and I learned a lot from them by staying with them for 2-3 days and learning what they are doing, what are the practices, what are the challenges they face. And also I took a training recently in horticulture, like for grafting and air layering, and these are so necessary for nursery. So I took a proper training from IIHR Bangalore.
So, ma'am, do you prefer on commercializing this
Yes,
nursery?
yes. So whenever you do something, then people will ask you how much do you earn, right? So as a student also, you must be like knowing that after a few years you will be asked what career you will choose and how much it will give you. Like we cannot say that I'll be a YouTuber or I'll be a what to say photographer. People will ask you how much do you earn. So whatever you do a farm or you do a nursery, you have to generate some income. So for that, I'm also planning to commercialize it later on.
So, ma'am, since you are already into this, and how do you think the youths can engage themselves into entrepreneurship?
I think it is very easy now than before.
So now it's very easy because youth is very how to say, they are very easy with the social media and YouTube and new technologies they are learning. So they can implement those technologies in farming and in nursery because it's easier for marketing. So if you can show your products in social media, if you can showcase what you're doing in the social media, it becomes easier to connect with the people directly. So you need that direct contact with the people or with your consumers. And you can do the marketing easily if you know the technologies. Of course, you have to learn it a lot professionally.
Then, what message would you like to give to the present youths of this generation?
Present youth of this generation, as of my line, what I'm doing.
If any boy or a girl wants to start a new business in farming and nursery, most welcome. This has a great scope in future. The plant's demand and supply is has a lots of gap. So whatever demands, we cannot fulfill it. Plants demand will be increasing day by day. So I have been to Bangalore recently, and I saw the whole airport was full of plants. I mean, the wall hangings, the outside of the airport and the roads of the Bangalore, everything was full of plants. So if the plants demand is increasing, we cannot provide that much plants. So this industry is going to boom in future. So take a proper training and take a proper professional training, and then come into this job. You will excel.
So, thank you so much, ma'am, for being here with us and being patient with us and answering all the questions. And I hope the present youth, they get inspired by you and they come to this field also, because it is now a lot of scope in this field.